Post-Brexit, whether we have a hard or soft Brexit or a hard or soft border, we are going to end up with delays compared to current transit times on goods moving in and out of the UK. This is because there will be some level of customs procedure required on any goods moving in and out of the UK. The delays will arise partly due to the processing and also due to potential congestion at the ports, which we can't forecast at this stage. Customs are required to control the goods coming into the community and also are involved in the protection of the community against trafficking of people and drugs. They do want to allow legitimate trade to move as freely as possible. So the business role is to inform customs of any goods that they're importing or exporting into the EU or out of the EU. And they do this through customs declarations. What do we need for a customs declaration? One, your EORI number, which is your Economic Operators Registration Index. This is easily obtained from revenue through using the ROS online system. The second thing that you will require is your tariff classification for the goods that you're shipping into or out of the EU. The tariff classification is an internationally recognised method of classification of goods within the European Union and can easily be found online. You will also need access to the customs online computer system known as NCTS, and you access this through a software platform called AEP. The question arises whether a company should perform the customs declarations in-house or use a freight forwarder or agent to do it. We would always recommend using a freight forwarder or a customs agent to do this. Why? First of all, they have the IT infrastructure in place. Secondly, they will have the trained staff and hopefully experienced staff in place. Thirdly, they will know the transit details of the goods, which is a vital part of the declaration itself. As these can change, particularly outside normal hours, it's important that someone is going to be on duty 24/7 to make sure the declaration can be done on time. If the declaration is not done on time, it can cause extra delays to the movement of the goods. There are certain industries which would lend themselves more appropriately to insourcing. These probably relate to where maybe there are detailed calculations of excise duties involved or some very specialist requirements for customs. In general, we would see outsourcing as being the most appropriate and most efficient way of dealing with customs entries, be it import or export. The responsibility for the declaration remains with the importer or the exporter. The freight forwarder or the freight agent will look for a direct representation form to be signed by the exporter or the importer. This puts the freight forwarder or agent into position of being the declarant. So they will use their skill set to complete the declaration online. But the responsibility for a correct declaration remains with the importer or the exporter. So it is vital that the correct information is relayed to the freight forwarder or to the agent at the time.